Ultraviolet, also known as Brett in the chat, also known as Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear, tell him. And of course, I got, 10 million other different things I go by. I'm a woman with a million names and faces. I'm whoever you want me to be, baby. We're going to be doing free live. Hi, Estelle. How you doing? We're going to be doing free live tarot readings. I've got my Supernatural Join the Hunt tarot deck. Haven't used it much. Ethereal Visions. And, of course, the trusty Hansen Roberts. And then over here to the side, in case we decide to throw them in. Oh, yeah, we got the Crystallary. I got decks everywhere. Never mind that. But anyway, and the All-Seeing Heart, which I'm really loving. It's so sort of, it's a word I can never, ever, ever think of it when I want it. It's just more open. It's more open and, intuitive, I suppose, because there's so much sort of going on within the artwork. So in art, there's two main types. There's figurative art, and then there's the other kind. And that's the word I'm looking for. If anybody wants to help me think of the word that I want. So I'm having trouble with my other device. Trying to get this video to come up. It's not really wanting to. Hello, Rinky. Oh, you got a crush. All right, we will talk about that very soon. All right, I'm going to hook. Whoa, never. Just totally ignore that disaster. Totally ignore that disaster there. Okay. All right, we're going to slide that in there. All right, so, the device I usually use is kind of failing me, so I'm going to see if I can grab another one to follow comments.
What's this? Holy macaroni? It's the treasure map. Interesting. Let's read another story. Come on.
I just recently saw my iPad. Do you happen to know where it might be? Journey?
Absolutely no idea what to do about it. Well, that just doesn't feel so good. And as bad luck would have it, guess who showed up? Peg leg, hook hand, eye patch, evil eye, shoulder parrot. Squawk, Long John Silver's here. Squawk, make way for Long John Silver. Watch out! Turn to the sitcom.
All right, looks like it's going to be a little bit of a run. Hey, Hancho, thanks for joining. We're just kind of gathering around, and I'm trying to find my device so I can follow along with the chat a little bit. And then I'm going to be starting some readings. And I'll be right back. Sorry. Don't go anywhere. Show nobody, go nowhere.
No, that doesn't sound familiar. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go feed my cat. She's lying. Liar, made up some fire. What? No. The sea captain. He has my treasure map. I want it back. Oh, right. One moment. Whew, that was a close one. That said, need help. I've got your back. Selena Garnes, attorney at law. Michelle. Hi. I need some help. Long story, but here goes. So I met the guy. I thought maybe he was a pirate, but he wasn't. He was just a regular sea captain. But he was running from a real pirate, and a scary one named Long John Silver, because he had a stolen treasure map.
Oh.
Treasure map, huh?
And my iPad has 2% too. I'm gonna turn this down a little.
Okay.
Do you have any devices that you can watch YouTube on that are not dead that you're not using?
Well, no, actually.
All right then.
The only device that has YouTube is my tablet. So, you need to get me a little phone.
Okay, shh, quiet. All right, I am back. So, I found my iPad, and lo and behold, hello, Queen707. Thanks for joining us. Lo and behold, iPad's at 2%. So, Ethereal Oracle, how does UTV feel about me? Let's dig into that one. Let's dig in. All right, guys. Sorry, I am going to be going out of order because, hello, Chaley. You know what? I don't know if she's a morning person, but, you know, don't know. I have to stream morning and night. King of Blades. Oh. King of Swords. Yeah, so I did, find my iPad. It's got to charge. Until then, it's going to be a little difficult for me to, I can follow the chat a little, but I can't really like slide back through. So what I'm going to do is probably ask you to repeat, people to repeat their questions, when I'm ready for them. So we're just going to take a look at. Whoa. I keep bumping this thing. You're right. I do need a purple notepad. You are not wrong. All right. How does UTV feel about Tarot Oracle? We do have the King of Blades. And we do have the Hierophant in reverse. Oh, and we do have the Fool. And we do have the Four of Bones in reverse. Oh, I do have purple note cards. Yes, I do. But I don't need them today because... Why? Because I'm not doing the Zodiac one, so... Oops, shoot. I did get... Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. I can't stop bumping the thing that the camera's on. I told you I need like a real tripod thing that's like not in my space. Not in my space. Where you at? Okay, here's the thing I'm looking for. We are gonna need... I don't know if we're gonna need an oracle deck for this one. We'll just go with what we got. But I do... Oops. Want to look something up. So, right, this is Cain in the show. Hello, Scotty Lynn. How you doing? This is Cain, and he killed his brother Abel. Well, we all know that story with the first blade. And he became one of the most feared and legendary demons ever known. The King of Blades represents a powerful figure who gained a strong reputation through his actions over time. Well, that certainly does sound like what Ultraviolet thinks about T.O. in part. This tarot card advises you to lead with intellect and logic, blah, blah, blah. And rely on knowledge and skill you've acquired over the years to bring you success. So, I mean, this isn't an advice question. So, she does think that you're a powerful figure with a strong reputation gained through your actions over the years. And she admires your intellect and logic and your knowledge and your skill, especially at reading tarot cards. With the Hierophant in reverse, the Hierophant respects and values... Wait, that's not the Hierophant. That's the Five of Bones. Okay, that changes absolutely everything. So this is Zachariah. Yeah, this is Tio's reading. And I'm using the Supernatural Tarot deck, so I'm kind of reading some of the information about who the characters are. And his job was to convince Dean to allow Michael to use him as his vessel in the great battle against Lucifer, or in other words, to basically possess his body. He gets increasingly frustrated, desperate, and cruel as Dean continues to refuse Zachariah's toxic, manipulative nature, and the ends justify the means. Persistence personify the Five of Bones tarot card, which represents conflict, unrest, and tension. But it's in reverse. But, you know, I think you do aggravate UVM a little bit sometimes. I think a little sometimes. Then we have the Four of Bones in reverse. Again. So... the Four of Bones is a card of celebration, success, harmony, and happiness. Ooh. What are you doing to UVT that she's not feeling harmony and happiness? Okay. When this card comes forward in a tarot reading, it's a positive sign that an exciting announcement is on the way. When reversed, it suggests disharmony. Oh, boy. And a breakdown in communication at home. UTV would like to hear from you a little bit more. Ah, she needs more bones. That could be it. Let's see. Work on stabilizing your foundation by hearing others out, respecting others' needs, and being open to compromise. The Fool suggests that she really likes your creativity and not immaturity, but your childlike joy for trying new things and playing with Legos.
I definitely have that Lego factor.
And the Knight of Swords here. Knight of Swords. Why am I feeling like blank-ish on Knight of Swords when I know what I want to say about the Two of Wands? Journey did get you into Legos. He has been a good influence on you. Because those Legos, I think, have been really good for you. So I think she appreciates your creativity and also your insights and your intellect. And Two of Wands, I think she's looking forward to, she's kind of looking at how you are very far away and looking forward to the time when you can be reunited again, even though you kind of irritate her a lot. But she still misses you. Okay. Mwah. All right. Who else? Who's next? Who else would like a reading? And I know if you've already asked, normally we're like, don't keep repeating. Yes, Queen, you may ask. Normally we're like, don't keep repeating, but you may have to be repeating today. General for Scotty Lynn. Okay. Honcho. How does Jamila feel about me? Oh, boy. All right. Whoa. Thoughts and feelings of Shrey. How does May feel about me and our friendship? Does she really want to rekindle our friendship? Okay. Oh, a good one about the guides. All right, we're going to ask, how does May feel about the friendship, and is she interested in rekindling? Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Hello, Spirit Tribes Talks with Deborah. Everyone's in the house. Everyone's got questions. We're going to have so much fun. Got 2 cards. King of Goblets. Ooh, King of Goblets is the King of Cups. And we've got the 9 of Bones, which is the 9 of Wands. Okay. And we've got the 4 of Bones in the upright position. I need to write a moderator app to keep track of all questions. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Ooh, speaking of everybody in the house, I don't know if my moderators are here. Besides T.O. T.O., you're moderator in charge now. So this is T.O., who was this question for? Help me out. This question was for, I know the question, it was, does the friend, hey, start paying attention, scroll back. I can't scroll back. Queen, yes, thank you. Queen wanted to know if how your friend was feeling and if she was sincere in wanting to reunite, correct? So we have the King of Goblets, which is the King of Cups, which is a really good sign for this type of question. And the King of Goblets in this deck is the head vampire. So your friend, I think, probably has a strong desire. Let's see. Bones, blades, and goblets. The alpha vampire creates an enormous lasting legacy of vampires. I remember it was, you can if you want. I remember it was about your friend, reuniting with your friend and her feelings about it. You can go ahead and retype if you want. Lasting legacy of vampires whom he considers his children and cares for deeply. The King of Goblets represents a caring patriarchal figure. This advises you to treat others with kindness and approach challenges with tact and diplomacy. Okay, so I feel like the King of Goblets is saying that your friend thinks of you cares for you deeply and thinks about you in a almost like a family way, like a close way, and does want to reunite. Well, at least they have strong feelings. I guess this is not an action card, but they do have a strong sense of feeling connected with you. Okay. How does May feel about me and my friendship? All right. And does she want to rekindle? So then we have the 9 of Bones. So 9 of Bones would suggest that there is a lot of baggage involved, a lot of work. There's just a lot between you, the two of you, that's heavy. This depicts the Archangel Raphael, who fights fiercely to become the new ruler of heaven after Michael's defeat. So the 9 shows a heavy burden, but it also shows a person who is carrying the burden and they're continuing on their path. So they're not giving up. It is a lot. There's a lot of difficult things to work through, but they are moving forward. They are like determined to make it to the end of the road, you know. Raphael is a traditionalist and he sees his position as his right. Nine of Bones advises you to defend and protect what's yours. Don't let others come between you and your goals. It's time to get clear on your boundaries and stick to them. And then we have the Four of Bones, which is just 4 bones. And this is a card of celebration, success, harmony, and happiness, particularly at home or within the family. So this does show that she has strong positive feelings towards you, a strong sort of bond and connection, and that she is moving towards, I feel like she chooses others over you. I think with the 9 of Bones, she may have a lot. She's like probably a type of. Is she a Gemini? She's the type of person who has a lot on her plate, and I think she probably overcommits. And I don't think she necessarily means to choose others over you, but I think that she just really has a hard time saying no or not taking on projects, and doesn't necessarily know how to prioritize. Oh, she's an Aries. Okay, you're a Gemini. Well, I asked because Geminis tend to have a lot of pans in the fire. Yeah. I think that she doesn't really know how to prioritize. It's like everything is just urgent. Everything is now or not now, right? And so someone comes to her with something that, asked her for something or whatever, and she feels like it's urgent. And so that's probably why she's kind of pushing you to the back. But I do think that you probably should talk to her. I mean, this is not in the cards. I don't see that in the cards anywhere. But I feel like you should probably talk to her about, how this makes you feel and how you would like her to make an effort to prioritize you and not, just like when we have plans, don't, right. So let her know, look, if you want to be friends with me, if you want to like rekindle our friendship, here's a couple things I'm going to need. And this card did talk about boundaries. So you're going to have to state your expectations and say, I know you have a hard time saying no to people. And if you don't really want to be friends, then I'll know by the fact that you're not making this effort. Then I'm going to very clearly express to you that I need from you. Don't put, I understand sometimes things happen, but by and large, if we have plans to spend time together or to do things, then I need that to be your priority. And if someone else asks for something from you during that time frame, I need to know that I'm important enough for you to let them know they're going to have to wait. Unless, they're on fire or bleeding. It's kind of a mom thing. Anybody on fire? Anybody bleeding? She's not calling. Well, these cards are showing that, the emotion, but then if her actions are not following up, I really think you should have us just speak with her and be very clear about what you expect, because different people have different expectations from friendship, and I'll call you is pretty vague. Tell her, look, if you want to be friends, I would like us to talk once a week at least. or whatever it is. And then she can say, well, you know, I'm really busy and I feel like we could probably have a really good talk every 2 weeks and sometimes every week, but maybe not always, you know. I mean, she has a she can there's not a list. It's anarchy and chaos here. Just if you have a question, go ahead and ask. You know, she has a say too. So but you guys have to make it clear and like out loud, you know, so that because she may have just different expectations from a friendship. Maybe when she says she's gonna call, maybe that means she's gonna call in a month. You know, you think I'm gonna call tomorrow or the next day. It is not showing me that she's moved on. It's showing me that she does want to. Okay, here's a couple random cards. We do have the Two of Cups in reverse and Two of Swords in reverse. Honestly, I intuitively sort of feel like, do you know if she has anything like ADD? It's kind of a jump, but this, I mean, I can sort of feel myself doing this. Time gets away from you, you know, we're not very good with these kinds of things, and it doesn't mean that we don't care. I think that your friendship needs to sort of transform in a way. Like if you haven't been friends for a while and now you're reconnecting, she may not know either. She may not really know like how, like if she has a right to like call you all the time, or you know, like if you want her to. So, or what, you know, I don't know if you want her to call all the time, but I really think you need to speak it out loud and say that these are the things I want. You tell me what you want. You tell me if you can meet these, or if you can, what's the word, negotiate them, or whatever. Even though she, you know, has a hard time saying no, don't make it a yes or no. Say, you know, how do you could even open up with, how do you see our friendship, and, you know, what do you expect from a friend? I'm feeling like there's, yeah, you should try to make a date for a phone call, I think. Because texts are very easy to miscommunicate and misunderstand. And a lot of times when people are texting, they're doing a lot of other things. And that's one reason they may feel distant, even though they don't feel distant from you, but they could be very distant in the texting conversation. And if she has a hard time saying no, then you text her and she's not going to say, I can't talk right now. She's going to try to talk to you while she's taking care of other things, and that's going to create some distance. So when you text her and say, do you have a time later today that we could have a phone call? Like, I'm really seeing you need to be very intentional. You need to be very like, you know, lay it out. Like, don't make any type of assumptions. And, you know, like when you used to be friends, it was easy, it came easily, whatever. But now you have all this stuff in between. So, and you're different people. You know, you're older, you've had different experiences. So I really feel like you need to like communicate very specifically, but in a way, be careful to do it in a way where you're offering her options and not yes or no's. You know? Can I call you later today? That is a yes or no, but well, that is just crazy. I mean, from what you're telling me, I would say, regardless of the cards, to kind of match her energy, I guess, and like basically move on from it. It could be that she has a different expectation of what being a friend is. Like maybe she just wants to be on your Facebook and hang out and like have you be sort of available on occasion and have you guys not have negative feelings towards each other. So I would really consider like break down the friendship word and see what kind of friendship she wants to have. I think sometimes people say, let's be friends again, or stay friends. And what they really mean is like, don't hate me, or let's not hate each other. Let's not have like bad feelings towards each other. But we don't have a lot of good language for that, I guess. I mean, I feel everything in the cards looks good, but yet everything you're saying does not sound good. Although we do have the Two of Swords and the Two of Cups in reverse, so there could be some. I would try to communicate with her about it since you have her here. I would try to communicate. Yeah, and it could be also with the Nine of Wands. She could have some resentments that she's not wanting to present. Yeah, definitely you're going to need to talk to her, not through text. Use texting to set up a time where you can talk, where you're going to have her attention. And tell her it's important. Don't let her say no, you know. But it's possible she's carrying some resentments that, unspoken resentments that are kind of giving her sort of more of a mixed feeling. I had a huge fight with my very best friend. Like it wasn't even a fight. We split and we didn't speak to each other for a year. Hey, Tarot Magician. And you know, we both had in our head what the other person did wrong and not so much, you know, what we did wrong. So it just seemed like she could have some resentments that she's holding on to that you're gonna really want to unpack. If you schedule a phone conversation and she really doesn't want to talk about it, then it's kind of up to you whether you want to say, I'm just gonna move on from this friendship, or you can leave the door kind of open and say, well, you let me know when you actually want to make an effort, and then you move on anyway. So, definitely have the conversation. I think you want to, I feel like you want to be friends with her. She's not making the effort. She's not making you feel good. You need to have the conversation. Now, no assumptions. Have the conversation. And then, sure, Rinky. Right. And then you have the option to like cut her off or keep the door open, but in your head, move on if she's not bringing her game, if she's not coming correct. I'm gonna go real quick. Well, I'll do Rinky, and then after Rinky, I'm gonna go see if my iPad is charged because it charges pretty fast. So we spent a lot of time on that question, and we probably won't spend that much time on every question.
It's gonna make me out.
Shh. Rinky wants to know thoughts and feelings of Rinky. You're a girl? You're welcome, Queen. Thank you. Please do talk to her. Yeah. If you can even arrange a face-to-face, that would be even better. But if you can just arrange a phone call, you can. It's too easy to misinterpret texts. Okay, Rinky, you're a girl. Your crush is a boy. Hello, Guarav and Sherry. I just want to get the pronouns right. Rinky, you're a girl or woman, you know. Your crush is a boy. I am assuming, but I could be wrong. It's hard because some of the names are just not native to me. But we're going to ask about Rinky's crush. Okay. And what he feels about her. Thank you. It's just harder to ask. I guess I could say they, but I'm just not used to that. Let's see. What does Rinky's crush feel about her? Spirit Tribe. I'll probably have to have you repeat it, honestly. Okay. 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Goblets, 2 of Blades. In reverse. Okay. The Ace of Goblets is upright. So this is a kind of a new feeling of sort of loving feelings or whatever. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. To me, I would say it feels like your crush is feeling like they have some feelings, right? Like they're starting to like you as well. It's the very beginning stages with the Ace here. And with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, they're thinking about, you know, maybe what it would be like not to be single, right? And to move into, you know, a connection. But what we have for the connection is the 2 of Swords in reverse. So the 2 of Swords in reverse is kind of indecision or stalemate. So, and then it's in reverse, right? And blades are sharp. So I feel like there's some sort of like, I like this person, but I'm not totally sure if I want to move forward, if they want to move forward, if they like me back, you know. So it looks like kind of early percolating stages, but not ready to make a move. And then we got hiding right under here, 2 of Cups. Look at that, 2 of Cups. So it's like, I would say that they're feeling like they do kind of want to make a move or want to explore this, but you know, like they're a little bashful about it or a little like just not certain yet where you stand. So, I mean, flirt with them a little bit, you know, flirt back if they flirt with you. Don't like chase them, but because I would say let them come to you, but you know, give a little indication that you would be receptive to that. Is what I would say. I'm gonna go check. I got so many, you guys, so many questions today. So many of you. Thank you guys.
Make me yours.
Okay. Journey wants me to make him food. All right. Okay, we got the live stream, and we're gonna have to make sure to turn the volume down. Okay. Oh boy, guys, so sorry. I had, you know, I always have some kind of issues, right? Scotland, yes, I did change my name. It is temporary, and it's It's got like 2 more days before I can change it back. Oops, sorry. Sorry. I keep bumping things. Yeah, I need the bone. Legos are not your friends. Why not? Okay, we did Queen. We did Rinky. So many questions. I just wanna. You like Brett in the chat? It's cute. It's catchy, but it doesn't. It's like it doesn't stick to my bones. I guess I don't know. I want to try to sort of go in order. So Scotland asked me to just throw a few general cards for her. So we're gonna throw a few general for Scotland, and I think I'll bring you a crystallary card, because why not, right? Why not? Oh, Knight of Blades in reverse. The World in reverse. So, I guess my right away feeling is just that you're, like, basically a lot had been going on and things are kind of slowing down for you right now. Guarav, it's kind of random. I'm trying to go sort of in order, but I don't have any real way to keep track, and my moderator's not here today, other than Tio, who is kind of a useless moderator today. Rose Quartz. Tio's my boyfriend, and we're mean to each other, so in case you're wondering, right? Honey, okay, just a sec. Yes, walking away from a lot of BS from your family. Okay, I can kind of see that with the Knight of Blades. So I'm thinking there's probably someone who's pretty harsh, pretty harsh with their words. You know, maybe even like just a troublemaker, or someone who's starting trouble, causing trouble. Either they're spreading gossip, or they're manipulating people, or they're, you know, just being hurtful. And, you know, with the world upside down, it's like you're just kind of moving away from that. So, well, I know about sisters, yes. And look at, this is the sisters right here. You know, blades are crossed, like, you know, toe to toe. There's hostility. Is your sister jealous of you? Okay. Yes, right? So she's got some jealousy. She's got resentment. She's probably got crap that she's mad at you that you did when you were 7 years old, and things that you did when you were 14. And she's holding crap against you from 9,000 years ago that you don't even know you did anymore. Because that's how families work, right? They've known you forever. You just can't escape. You're kind of locked into that. And I see, like, you know, that you guys kind of had a face-off going there. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which is showing, is kind of indicating this, you may be having sort of some difficulty walking away. And with the Hermit in reverse as well, like for whether it's hard for you internally, or whether she's kind of coming back at you like, you know, oh no, you're not going to walk away from me. Like, ooh, there's a song, Push. Oh. Are we the same person, Scotland? Just curious. Okay. So what was I gonna say? So there's a song by Matchbox 20 called Push, where it says, you know, I want to push you around, so I will. And something, there's a line in there that's something like, You know, you're not going to leave me, not while I still need you around, not while I still need you to take like my frustrations out on. And with the Ace of Goblets, you know, there's probably, even though it's upright, I'm feeling like she's probably trying to use like guilt or, you know, family, love, these kinds of things to kind of keep you locked in. Right. Well, I've got the rose quartz, and it says a different kind of love. For me, the rose quartz has always represented self-love. And then the amber, what are you becoming? So this is very interesting in regards to your question, because amber is a fossil, and it often has, you know, things trapped within it. So it's like, but then it takes these things, it takes things like bugs, things that, you know, nobody, you know, right? And debris, and turns it into this, you know, beautiful stone, this resin. It's a resin actually, but kind of surrounds it and like contains it, you know, so that it can't really hurt, or so that it can't, you know, really affect the outside. But it's like, this is old news, it's in the past, and then kind of created something new from it that can exist, knowing that, you know, this past had to do with it, but that it's in the past. It's like fossilized, basically. I'm really giving everybody long readings today. I think I'm gonna read everybody who's asked a question, but I'm gonna close right now. Close to questions. So that I can get everybody who's asked. And then I'm not having an easy time typing this, so for now. So like if Tio's there and he wants to maybe put that in there too, or anybody else wants to just reiterate what I said. All right. And my filter is showing me top messages when I want all of them. Okay, now let's focus on. I just want to make sure to get everybody who's asked questions now and just not overwhelm myself too much. This is a new deck, so I'm gonna look and see what kind of ideas it has for Amber. This says it doesn't matter who you were before. What matters is who you are becoming. I kind of was really trying to express that, but maybe not as well. You're welcome, Scotland. Amber is sure of this because she began as a sticky, gooey pine resin, sticking to fingers and scenting the forest. Pine resin is antimicrobial, and amber carries this protection as well, guarding you on the spirit planes as you make your way into the next phase of being. Amber, who sometimes holds a leaf or an insect, asks, "What will you carry with you as you shift yourself? What will become encased in your essence?" This is the place where choice and the dance of destiny meet. When Amber enters your life, pause. Listen to both your heart and your head as you design your own becoming. So I feel, oh, Spirit Tribe, I want to do you. I want to do you, baby. I want to do yours. I don't want to skip you. Unless you really want me to, but I don't want to skip you. And if you gotta go or whatever, you can always come back. Yes. Toast? No, not toast. Look over in Jojo. Look over in those bags and see if the O's are in the bags. First of all. Okay. So that's really what I was trying to say. Anyway. Yes. Good. Rose Quartz also says that it teaches the ability to transcend yourself and merge with another. Obviously not the, those people. I can do both of you. Oh, Fatima. I'll do Fatima. She got in right as I said closed. She's fine. I'll do her. It's not a problem at all. whenever I say close, if someone's like, if she basically was typing as I was typing, yeah. I'm pretty soft on that little boundary. Rose quartz knows you can soften your edges till you blend and blur, okay? And then come back to selfness. So, you know, self-love, self-protection. I think you're on the right path. I think you're moving to good places. I think you can, you know. This is going to be good for you to just, yeah. Become who you're becoming. And you'll try, you know, you're going to have to separate from these people, but they're always going to be in some part a part of you. So, you know, you still want to do your healing and so forth. So, I think I've done 2, and they've been so long, guys. So long. I mean, everybody's probably happy to get a long reading, but nobody's going to be happy to wait, right? OMG. Seriously? My chat doesn't want to go back very far. I've got Sherry L. What do my guides want to tell me, please? And anyone who asked a question before that is just not there right now. I don't know if I back up my chat, if it'll show me the questions from the top. You know, YouTube is annoying. Oh, there's Queen with question about May. Okay. Alicia would like a general reading. All right. Sure, Alicia. General for Alicia. Oh, Journey is making himself some popcorn. I probably should have been sure to feed him first. Oh, no. Cards are upright. Eh. All right. We would like a general reading for Alicia. I'm looking at the questions as Queen. I see that you said you told her to call you, but she didn't. I would say, right. Don't, I mean, if you set an appointment with her, you set the appointment that you call, so she can't forget. You know, you got to just take charge, take the bull by the horns. All right. Alicia's general reading.
Ow. This is so hot and stupid. I can't even open the
Go set it down for a minute.
I can't. This is so stupid that it would just... Firstly, this would spill. And
Journey.
secondly, it's so
Hey.
sticky that I can't...
Journey. Just set it down somewhere. Full of riches. That's nice. Journey. Shh. Set it down and let it cool off. Don't tell me you can't let go of it because it's too hot.
It will. I'm saying it will spill.
Set it down upright then. School's out for summer. As the as Alice Cooper says. Okay. Doing a general for Alicia. Giving everybody lots of cards today. Oh, Alicia. Whoa. Those weren't meant to. There's like 92 cards. So. Those are like 92 cards. Let's see. General for Alicia. Full of riches and get curious. We got the Five of Cups. You're welcome. Asal. No, Asal. I might have skipped you on accident, but I'll still do you. Or I might not have got your question. I'm not sure. You know how it'd be up in here. It's a little, a little crazy. So, all right. Everybody who asked, even if if you've asked, I will answer. Even if I make you ask again. That makes sense. Okay. Alicia, right? Okay, Alicia. John for Alicia. We got the Five of Cups in reverse. So something like a loss, moving out of a loss or away, like healing from some type of loss. Oh, definitely. Then the Three of Swords in reverse as well. So, are you healing from a really significant loss, heartbreak of some kind? And then we have the Ten of Bones. Oh, yeah. Just a really heavy situation. I have had years like that were just one thing after another. Losses, heartbreaks, etc. But these are in reverse, which tells me that you're moving like forward out of them. Sure, you can ask again. But you're moving through it. You're not over it, you're moving through it. Right? And then we have Full of Riches and Get Curious. So I feel like there's value in all this past pain. There's something valuable in there. Like, I don't want to say some stupid thing like that spiritually bypasses your grief or whatever. That's not, no. But there's value in like what you're moving through for you, right? And I think that you can find that value. And with the Get Curious, I also feel like, yeah, get curious to kind of see what the value is of the difficult time, and then also get curious about the new thing that you want to move forward to. So I think one of the things that's going to help you move through the grief and the difficulty and the hardship is having a new direction, having a new focus to move forward on. Something in the material world, something very practical and tangible. It doesn't, could be a new job, doesn't have to be, could be, but it's something, you're doing something physical, you're doing something practical, painting your room, something that makes a change in your world, in your environment. And feeds that curiosity, right? So it's kind of like what TTM was saying to me yesterday about goals, right? Having goals, having out of the negative space into a positive space, and where you can be free from. See, now this Judgment card doesn't mean judgment in general, but to me, a lot of times it really does. Like, I feel like you're moving into a place where you're getting free from judgment and like self-blame. Like, so I feel like maybe you've been blaming yourself for some of the things, like been really hard on yourself for the difficulties that you're going through or for how you're handling it. And you are feeling like really kind of stalled out in that regard. Like, you want to move forward, but maybe every time you try, things fall through or whatever kind of thing like that. And I'm going to get the Wild Unknown. Tarot Oracle. People have time for phone calls. Even you have time for phone calls. Tarot Magician said, wait earlier, don't want to get out of bed. Who does? I may or may not have pants on. Oh. Okay, so there is a path forward, even though it's difficult here. We're seeing like roadblocks. I said the other day I felt like a turtle, like I was moving like a turtle through mud. You know, you probably can see that or feel that. You probably can identify with that. Man, picked a day to read where I can't talk. There is this path forward. However, I do think with the 9 of Swords here that there's internal work as well as external work. So like I said, you know, paint your room or redecorate your room or something like that. You need a project. Definitely need a project. Something that you're curious about. It doesn't have to be something you already know how to do. Do something and learn as you do it. You need a project, but you're also going to have to do a little bit of internal work because there's just, this is telling me that there's inner work for you to do to figure out your kind of your demons, your shadows, you know, that kind of stuff, and work on your self-blame and work on, as I said, what the riches and the lessons are from the hard times. And one of the lessons that you can take is every one of those things that was difficult, that was hard for you, that happened so far, this is so cheesy, you've gotten through every one of them. You're still here. You're still standing. So give yourself credit for that right now. You're still standing. You're still trying. You're asking for advice from a tarot reader. That's something. So, long story short, you need a project that will engage you very physically, but also, and I think somehow this project will also naturally kind of help you work through some of your things. Like, for example, I know I keep saying paint your room. I don't know why. Maybe you do need or want to paint something. But for example, if you were painting walls, right? Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm so glad. So, as I keep saying, paint your room, paint your walls. So if you're painting your walls a new color, and you know what? If you can paint your walls and your walls are dingy, if they're depressing or if they're just too same old, paint them a bright, happy color. My nephew had a color. It was this kind of orangish yellow, but it was very yellow, and it was like a harvesty yellow. I don't know what it was, but it looked like the sunlight was coming in that room when it wasn't. It was just such an illuminating color. But what I was saying was that if your project is to paint your room, you know, this is something that you're probably going to be spending a lot of time by yourself doing, sort of a repetitive action. So it could be kind of meditative, a chance to, you know, sort through your thoughts and untangle your thoughts. So I'm glad that was helpful. I'm glad that was spot on because, yeah, I'm very glad. Okay. Oh, all right. Let's see. I'm looking at phone calls are so 1990s. Tarot Oracle, you do have a point. But if you, oh, never mind. I was gonna say you have a point, but if you part your hair the right way, no one will ever notice. But never mind. Savage. My baby is bald-headed. Oh, wow. So I rewound so I could catch up on chat, and I forgot all about the Ethereal Visions deck that's right here. Okay. Let me see. Spirit Tribe talks with Tarot. She's going through a tough time. She needs you, but is ashamed. Oh, is that kind of the message you were getting about the friends? Okay, Fatima. See, Fatima already did ask. Oops. Jeez Louise. I keep banging into things. All right. Fatima, we are finally to you. And then I think maybe Rinky. Let me see. Looks like Fatima and Rinky and Sherry and Guarav. And then everybody after that. But just to let you guys know who's coming up. Fatima wants to know, how does Jawad see me? We are just a co-worker. Just co-workers. All right. How does Fatima's co-worker see her? Oh, I have 2 separate decks. Wow. When I say this is the Hot Mess channel, I mean that this is the Hot Mess channel. But you know I love you all so much. And I'm so glad that you have all come to join me today and that you come to join me and support me all the time. If you haven't liked the channel, be sure to do that. It's the easiest way to support me. It's just hit the thumbs up. Doo-doo. Like the video. And then the next thing you can do is subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified when I go live. And what else? Obviously, participating in the chat. If you look in my description, I do have a PayPal. If you'd like to make a tip, I know I need to make that easier to find. So happy I stopped into you. That kind of was there, and then it went away from me. Want to know about Fatima's coworker. We're a very chatty channel here. Right? Tio says, is this tarot or chatty chat? And I said, it's both. Whenever given 2 options, I always pick both. How does Fatima's coworker see her? How does Fatima's coworker as the devil? Wow. No. There's a temptation, I think. There's something tempting about you with the devil card there. And then we have 8 of bones, 7 of bones. So I feel like they look up to you, or they feel like, I don't know if you started before them or whatever, but they feel like you definitely have succeeded at work and that you're doing, you're the devil. Well, you know, I would happily claim to be the devil, for sure. I refer to myself as candy-coated evil, so just letting you know. All right, so the devil, though, is temptation. The devil speaks about temptation. The devil can also speak about imprisonment, but it doesn't really fit in this. It doesn't fit in this circumstance. So I think they're feeling tempted by you, or a temptation towards you. But also, I'm feeling that 4 swords in reverse. Interesting. Ooh, I wonder if they're dreaming about you or daydreaming about you, thinking about you in their sort of quiet moments. Yeah, they see you as like above them, maybe either that they admire your work, or they may think that you're out of their league, or they may think not even out of their league, but maybe just not even a person who would set up to sovereignty. Kind of consider a relationship with them. You know, someone like that would never see someone like me this way, is kind of what I'm feeling. But they're like, ooh, you know, there's a little bit of, there's attraction, there's thoughts in their, you know, daydreams. 6, 7, 8. It was hard. So the 8 of Wands. I'm trying to think about this. The 7 of Wands comes after the 6, where you've got the victory and the success, and then you're up on the hill and you're like the high ground, and the people below you, they're kind of coming. They see that you've done something great and they're kind of coming towards you. They're kind of maybe wanting to take it, but you're in a pretty safe place, right? So that is my indication that they are looking up to you, and they're either seeing that you have, you know, great accomplishments, or that they feel like you're out of their league, that you're sort of untouchable, you're up there. But the 8, I'm trying to think. So the 8 is the one where you're like standing at the boundary, the kind of wounded warrior kind of one. So that's interesting. Wait, is it? Seriously, can't figure out. I'm having a hard time. Placing the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. Sometimes I do get a little confused with some of these more pippish cards. But Wands are fire. So we do have the Devil, and we've got this fire. So we've got this sort of, I would say, interest. Like, they're turned on by you. I would say that they're turned on by you. So this is, okay, so I was thinking of the 9 as the wounded warrior. But you got the 8. It's like I don't know how to read. I know how to read. But, you know, everybody trips up now and then. Or draws a blank. Oh, I forgot. So the 8 is the speed. Wow. Holy cow. I really did draw a blank on that. So that's some real fiery, passionate energy moving forward towards you and thinking about you. Step up to sovereignty. Again, this supports my idea that they look up to you, or that they feel like you are possibly really out of their league, but they're thinking about you. And they're having desirous thoughts. And your question was, how are they feeling? How do they feel about me? And that's really the answer. But I'm still going to go for an Ethereal Visions card. And sometimes when I read, I don't look at the chat because I have to be in my oh, they would like to move forward, I think. Here they are kind of looking forward, or at least they're thinking about it. They're sort of, so yeah. They're at least, I feel like they're daydreaming about you. But, again, this person is up here and they're looking out at this place. It's pretty remote, pretty far off. So I think that they probably don't feel like it's realistic. And it could be just self-doubt. That happens too, you know? You like someone, you get all riddled with self-doubt. You know, why would they like me? I'm just me. I'm just boring old me who's been with me all my life. You know? So, all right. That's your reading. I'm really into deep dives today. Rinky. Thoughts and feelings of Shrey. Okay, Rinky wants to know about their crush. Let's hear about Rinky's crush today. What does Rinky's crush think about Rinky? Ooh. Okay, so I feel like your crush is a very sort of yes, it's all about the crushes. Oh, Queen of Bones. We got Queen energy. We got Royal energy. So I see the Queen of Pentagrams as being very sort of very warm and maternal, but not really in a soft way, in a very like encouraging way, in a way like I feel like they're like your hype person, you know, like they're like you, like they see something in you that you might not even see in yourself, and like they want to kind of help bring it out or whatever. That's kind of what I see with the Queen of Pentacles, and then this is the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. And the Queen of Bones or Queen of Wands. Eight of Swords. Just the Eight of Swords baffles me a little. The Queen of Wands also indicates, so is this person very like outgoing or very flashy in some way? Like, do they dress either in a flashy way or just in a way that shows that they put a lot of care and concern into their appearance? I need to know about this Eight of Swords. Why is this Eight of Swords here? Oh. Are they seeing someone? I feel like they're seeing someone. They're seeing someone, or there's someone else that has interest or has some kind of, like, this is telling me that they're, like, already involved, that they're, like, not free to explore this. But is showing interest, but not availability. And it could also be, even by the look on her face, it could be someone they're not even with anymore, but they still have like emotions about that they're, they know they're still like hung up on. They're like, I'm attracted to you, but I'm still feeling kind of emotionally unavailable. This has become inimitable, okay? Celestial quartz. I don't really know about celestial quartz, but this one says, what do you need? Right. So, like, what do you need? What do you need for them to kind of do to show you how they feel? I'm feeling like that's a song lyric. Six of Swords. Yep, they're not all the way out of something. They're not all the way out of something. Whether it's in their head or whatever, they're not all the way out of something, but they're, I'm seeing interest in you, but they're not all the way out of something. Okay. So that's what I got for Fatima. Or for Rinky, sorry. That was Rinky. Did Fatima before that. Spirit Tribe talks with Deborah. Yeah, you tell T.O. Phone calls can save a life. Right or wrong. Bring healing. Show love. Queen, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Sherry L would like a message from her guides. I would like to get a message from your guides as well. Sherry L would like a message from her guides. Oh, okay. So I heard you're on the wrong path or going in the wrong direction or something. You're moving or you're not moving. You're moving the wrong direction or you're not moving. There's something you're supposed to be doing that you're not doing. So your guides are trying to give you a little kick in the pants and tell you that you need to be moving forward on something. Like, you know, in the existential sense, we're always on our path. We're always on the path, blah, 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 whatever. So that's not what that's about. But you're something specific that you're not moving forward with, that you should be moving forward with. They are trying to kick you in the pants and tell you to get a move on, girl. Mm-hmm. Where's your fire? Where's your passion? Where's your energy? Where's your, like, where's your life force? Look at this. 2 wands, 2 bones, 2 wands. 2 wands, 2 wands. In reverse. Like, and I think maybe there was something that you were passionate about that you stopped doing. Either maybe you, you know, I don't know if it's career related, if you were doing something, you were doing what you really wanted to do, but you traded it in for something more practical. Or maybe you were doing something you were passionate about and you turned it into a job and lost your passion for it. But it's like you either lost your passion or you gave up your passion. You traded it in for something. And your guides are saying, no, go back. Go back. And they're saying it like loud and repeatedly. Go back. In fact, I think you've probably been getting already signs, and you probably already know this. You only more so. I don't know why it's reversed, because this whole deck is you only more so. Yes. You're hiding your light under a bushel. You guys remember that with this little light of mine? Sing that in like elementary school and in Sunday school. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. You put your thumb up. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. What is it? You know, something. Not gonna let something cover it. I can't remember. Not gonna let Satan blow it out. Not gonna let Satan blow it out. You only more so. Also makes me think of Alice in Wonderland in the movie when Alice came back. The movie. And she comes back as an adult and she doesn't remember. And I think it's the Mad Hatter is like, you used to be much more muchier. You've lost your muchness. So I'm saying that you've lost your muchness. And yeah, your guides are telling you go back. Go back to what you loved. This is 8 of Pentacles. I just closed it so I could catch up on the ones I have, Dee. And if I'm like not depleted, then I'll like do more. But yeah, I just can't keep up if I don't like close it out at some point. Any more for Sherry L? Queen of Wands. Look at Queen of Wands. 2 wands in reverse both times. Queen of Wands. Upright both times. This is the witch, by the way. This is the witch. So what are you doing with your power? What are you doing with your passion? You lost your muchness. I mean, this is the clearest reading I've ever gotten. I swear. Your guides. I don't know if you've commented because I haven't seen it, but she didn't leave, did she? She's still here, I hope. Because her guides are definitely talking to her. Your guides are talking to you. Go back. Go back to what you loved. Go back to what your passion was. Yes. You've been getting signs, haven't you? You've definitely been getting signs of this. 8. 8 of Pentacles. Why am I... What's my... Yep. Well, here's your other sign. Here's your other sign. I'm going to look for the 8 of Pentacles so I can show you, like, a traditional 8 of Pentacles. Junk in a funk, yeah. Is there spiders? Is spiders in any way a sign for you? Or spider web? Connections, weaving, communication, art, magic. Any of those sort of keywords for you? I did decide to use this deck because this is the deck I use for, oh good, my like personal inner work, and that was that type of question. 10 of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. So it probably is work related. Yep, spiders are working. It probably is work related. All right, I will do Gaurav next. Thank you, Spirit Tribe. Unless you object, I made you a moderator, Spirit Tribe, just because you've been helpful. You don't have to do anything in particular, but I guess you can. I think it worked. Okay, oh, Sherry. So, is it about work? Do you think? It's like either a work or a hobby, that something you work at for sure. And I think you've gotten your message, but I'm just curious if if you think it is about work. I'm feeling like it's work, yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling like you, traded in your passion for glory. What is that? You trade... Oh, I have the tiger!
I have the tiger?
And look at the ruby. Also has a spider on it. Look at that. Yes! You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. Spirit Tribe, you are a mod. You're like a standard mod because I don't know the difference. I modded you. I made you my mod. Look at that spider. I have the tiger. I'm super excited about this reading. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight. Fight to keep them alive. I don't know where the book is. I don't care. I know what that means. You know what that means. I don't need to look it up. Seriously. This blows my mind. Yes, chatty chat. But look at this. Tarot Oracle, oh my gosh. You said the same thing, like, you just love it when it's so freaking clear. You're like, this is why I read. Look at this. How... Four different decks. 2 wands, 2 wands. Spider, spider. Queen of bones, queen of bones. Even these came out in reverse. Mind blown, mind blown. Like, I'm having a hard time moving on from this. Wow. Well, thank you to the guides because they really came through for that message. Okay. Come on, show some enthusiasm. Oh, don't okay me. All right. I think it's guaraba. Yes, I was about to say. Oh my gosh, Sherry, I'm just electrified. Thank you, Sherry. I hope that really leads you where you need to go. Go back, go back. Eye of the tiger. Eye of the tiger. All right, guaraba. Let's see if we can get focused on guaraba. Uh-oh, that's not any way. Jean! Moderator extraordinaire, Jean is here. Jean is in the house. So glad to see you. No shade on anybody else, but Jean is the bomb. Oh, okay. Did you just see that last reading, Jean? Freaking blew my mind. Sherry L wanted a message from her guides. I had the Two of Wands in reverse from two separate decks in the same exact position. I had card with a spider, same position, and I had whatever the next card was. Same position, same exact card, Queen of Wands. I like, all right. Guarab, hope you're still hanging out. What is Cushy thinking about me today? Guarav, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for your patience, Guarav. Spirit came. Like, Spirit was bringing it. I had a flipper. It flipped right over. Now I can't find it. That's how strange. Guarav. Oh, Guarav. There we go. How is she thinking about you today? We've got the Three of Wands, Six of Swords, both in reverse, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. All our cards are coming out in reverse. Interesting. We need to know how she's thinking about Gaurav today. What's she thinking about Gaurav? Knight of Goblets. Oh. So what I heard was that she knows that you like her. She knows that you're interested. King of Wands. All right, so what I'm hearing is that she knows that you're interested. She sees the effort you're making, but she's kind of not receptive to it at this time. She's not receptive to it today. 3 cards upside down is like saying to me, she's kind of not. Either she's not thinking about you or she's kind of moving away a little bit. 3 of Wands, 3 of Rods is like a moving forward card. This is in reverse. 6 of Swords, moving forward in reverse. 10 of Pentacles is, this is a card of saying there's a future. So she's not seeing a future. She's not really seeing this moving forward. She knows you like her. She may be flattered a little bit. She may even really like the attention, or she may not. I can't really tell, but she's not really receptive. And also, I'm just feeling intuitively like she has got you, like, she thinks of you as a friend. Or like a little brother. Like, you know, he's sweet. I'm sorry, that's just what the cards are telling me. So it just doesn't feel like she knows you're interested, but she just doesn't seem receptive. And I don't know if that resonates, if you feel that intuitively yourself. But that's what the cards are telling me. Sorry. Y'all, you want to ask the tarot all these questions. When you ask about love, you can get... You're welcome. I'm sorry it didn't go. I'm sure that's not how you wanted it. You ask the tarot about emotions. Sometimes the answers can be heartbreak. Okay. Heartache. Going to the inside. My tears are holding back there. Trying not to fall. What does that sound? It's an old country song, I think. All right, we got Rinky. Spirit Tribe. Did you see my question? I did not see your question, Spirit Tribe. I'm scrolling back, and then I'm also looking up in case you post it again. Oh, what did it post? It posted after. Unless you reposted. It says, do you see my question? 2 comments later, there's your question. Should I step back from helping others and spend more time on my own projects? That's funny. And then I made you a moderator. Interesting. Right. Can I read the dead? I did one time. I will always pretty much try. I usually say, hey, I've never done this, or I don't know if this is going to work, but I'll try. I've tried timing. That's not really my forte. And I know there's like systems for it, but they just don't really mesh with how I read. So one time I did do a reading. Someone asked about someone, and they didn't specify they were dead, but I got that feeling, and they were, and they resonated with the answer. So, like, I didn't hear them or anything, but I was able to read on it successfully. Yes, Journey. You want the SpaghettiOs?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, just a minute. All right, Spirit Tribe, you are next. However, I gotta make a bowl of SpaghettiOs, and then I'll be reading your cards. Oh, well, you know, like I said, it's your option, and you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do.
What?
Now, Journey has to do things he doesn't want to do. Because, you know why, Journey?
What?
You know why?
What?
I said she doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to do, but Journey does. And then I said, you know why? You know why? It's because I am your mother.
You listen to me. Yeah. Hey, you didn't give me my fork.
Oh, you're going to have to go in the kitchen and get your own fork.
I'm throwing a blanket.
Do not. Don't do that. Okay. Spirit Tribe, should I step back from helping others and spend more time on my own projects? Look at that. Teamwork. Teamwork. But let's see, what else did we got to say about that? Spirit Tribe would like to know, should she be stepping back and working on her own projects? So, whoop, come on. Ooh, the tower. In reverse. Okay, so what just kind of came into my head was, who are the people you're helping and are they helping you back? Okay? Are they helping you back? I think that you should be careful about giving your attention, your energy to people who kind of are not reciprocal. Whoops, let's see. 10 of Pentacles. See, I think that you don't want to entirely stop helping other people. I think you want to focus on the ones who are being reciprocal. Because I think that you can create like some good like networking, and like people who will be willing to help you as well, but not to the point where you're overextending yourself. Fundamentals of human assault, right? And first the fire. So I think first the fire. Put yourself first. Put yourself first. Put your own projects first. And I know you said I could skip you, but I was already in the middle of doing it. So, and plus I wanted to. So I think you should put yourself in your projects first. And then you should extend your energy to those, within whatever you can, not to where you're overextending yourself and not where you're just went through the tower. Well, this is reversed, so it kind of does give the, message that it could be a past thing with it being reversed, that you're moving out of that energy of the tower. So, right, like, and was it as a result of like focusing too much on other people? Did the tower sort of come up out of that? It's interesting. Salt being a very basic, like, salt's really important in alchemy. Salt's used, like salt's in every kitchen. It's very fundamental. Well, this says fundamentals of humanness. Where bodies are made up of like a lot of salts. I really do want to see what the book says about this darn salt card. So you have to focus on your fundamentals and your passions absolutely first. Like, not necessarily exclusively. 10 of Pentacles, it really does show building. You need to focus on building like your legacy more than anything else. And then the people who maybe are part of that legacy, who are helping you with your legacy, to the extent that you're able, you sort of want to interconnect your legacy with like other people's to some degree, like let those people who are helping you extend that to them. But like the people who are just taking, no, right? The Knight of Wands in reverse here, that's just like, let me use all your energy up so you don't have any for yourself. No, we're just not going to deal with that guy. All right, I found the Crystallary, so I can look up the salt. Salt. Salty salts. You are the salt of the earth. Before there were diamonds, emeralds, rubies, there was salt. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's not fun. Those are like the two most important people in your life, right? Your mom and your dog. Like, yes, I called your dog a people. Before there were diamonds, emeralds, and rubies, there was salt. This ancient crystal was used as currency, building cities, trade routes, and new technologies. While you might desire moonstones or opals, only salt is so necessary that you are hardwired to crave it. Do you know the difference between what you desire and what your body are and being truly crave? Salt asks you. Can you put aside the glitter to feed your real hungers, to embrace and take joy in the fundamental building blocks of happiness, of humanness and happiness? All salt originally came from the sea. I don't know if maybe the sea is a symbol or something that may be meaningful. Whether an ancient island seabed or the ocean itself, it calls to the sea of our blood, reminding us that without a foundation of salt, we are nothing. So, yes, focusing on those fundamentals, and especially right now, focusing on mom and the dog. Because obviously they, need your attention, right? Larimar. But yes, this is definitely saying, what do you crave? And also, I'm going to say, when it comes to helping others with their projects, not only don't overextend yourself, help them with their projects if it sparks joy for you, if it's part of your passion, if it's an extension of your passion, if it's like, if you want to, basically, if it's a type of project that you want in on. If it's not, if it's outside of your wheelhouse of interest or whatever, it doesn't, bring you any passion or meaning to do it, then pass on it. The fire of volcanoes. Man, you got oceans and volcanoes. And
I just realized
towers.
I never actually wrote a musical note.
Okay, shh. The fire of volcanoes creates islands in the midst of the ocean's ceaseless churn. I was born of fire. Larimar reminds those who don't see beyond her swirling layers of turquoise blue and sea green. Look below your surface emotions and find the fire. Find the fire within the water. Look at that. Fire creates Earth's solid ground from which new things can grow. When you're drowning or simply ready to claim your own space, there you go. A place to make a stand or a private island paradise. There you go. Larimar will help you find your core fire and values that ground you. That, again, if it feeds into your core fire and core values, then you would want to help them, and it's reciprocal. So you got to ask yourself always those questions. When you're drowning or simply ready to claim your own space, a place to make a stand on a private island. Yeah. And what are they doing for you? Nothing, right? Just taking it for granted that you can handle everything. Larimar will help you find your core fire and the values that ground you. Larimar also counsels, when you can't fathom the motives of the people around you, look beyond their water. Whoops. Okay. Let me start that over again. When you can't fathom the motives of the people around you, look beyond their water to see their fire. This is where you'll find true understanding. Okay. Yep. There you go. See now? Aren't you glad I didn't skip you? Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? Oh, we're both in low battery. I got 10% on both of my things. Alicia, 9 of Pentacles is upright since it's 9 on the card. Okay. Oh. Well, apparently the card wasn't how it was supposed to be. We are... Okay. Sherry L, I got her. Okay. Scotland, we discussed all this. Scotland. Oh, Scotland. Oh, I see. I didn't see that earlier. My little sister passed in March, and my CU sister is picking through her house like a vulture picking up the bones. I told you, you were me. Well, my mom passed 13 years ago, and then my stepdad passed a few years ago. And because my mom passed first, everything went to my stepdad, and everything went from him to his children. And like they didn't have wills, so we were basically cut out. And they sold the house. There was no discussion. We didn't get any part of it. They brought a box to my sister of things that they decided were ours. So yeah, I told you we were the same person. Okay, let's see. Ooh, maybe I'm catching up. I did Guaraba. I did Fatima. Let's see. Estelle. Okay, you asked your question. Good. I'm like, yes, Estelle. I did not see your question, but I will do you next. All right, Deb. I don't think I got Deb, so Deb, you'll have to ask your question again, I think. Got Gaurav, Estelle. What are some barriers to us being together with my ex right now? All right, Estelle, it's your turn finally. I think you were right. One of the first people in. Yep. You're like one of the first people in the chat, I think. I'm finally getting to your question. I'm sorry. What are some barriers? We want to know about the barriers that are keeping us apart. It's such a good question. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I think maybe you don't have all the information that you need. All swords, all in reverse. So there's information you don't have. There could be lies or dishonesty. There could be like things that are just being held back. There's definitely a problem with information, with fairness, with honesty. And it could be that there were issues with that are unresolved. There were past issues with that are still just unresolved. But I also feel like it could be ongoing. You don't have all the information, or I don't think they're being honest with you or fair to you. Okay. The Lovers. Just bang, popped right out. So you have that connection. You have that desire. Oh. Five of Cups. There's a lot of tears cried over this. A lot of sadness and bitterness. And like dishonesty. Oh, yeah. So I think that the barriers, honesty, dishonesty is a barrier. Information, the truth, all the Knowing, is a barrier. But I think the barriers are there because to protect you. Because I don't think getting back together. I know that's not your question, but it doesn't really look like it's the best idea because there's not honesty, there's not trust, and there's just so much past pain and bitterness. I feel like this connection can only bring pain and...
You missed the balloon. One got stuck behind the camera.
Okay. Okay, I was in the middle of a sentence. Pain and... I feel like even if you were together, you would feel alone. Like, it doesn't look like you guys can give each other really what you need. So, I mean, the truth is a barrier. And if I had to wager, I would say that your ex is not friends with the truth. Not on good terms with the truth. And probably likes to keep information back and tell you what they think you need to know. He made his own popcorn. Yeah. So the barriers are whoever's got a bad relationship with the truth, they're the barrier, and their inability to be truthful and honest. Again, this could be a reading for one of my exes, is the barrier. And I think the barrier is protecting you because yeah, some relationships are a lesson. That was SL. Okay, Alicia said it was spot on and she feels hopeful. I'm glad. And then, oops, I keep bumping that thing. Scotland, so happy I stepped into who you were when I was sub to. Oh, Scotland, okay, so you probably got a notification and was like, I don't know who that is. Then you came over and you're like, oh, it's Ultraviolet. I'm going to change my name back soon. Popcorn sounds good. Crunch and Munch. Oh, that's good. He can't have peanuts. He's allergic to peanuts, so.
Yes, I am.
Yes. Fatima, they do good in their work, too. Honestly, better than me. Oh, better than you. Oh, your person does better in their work than you do. Well, I think either they just admire the way that you do your job, or I feel like they admire you and look up to you in some way, whether it's your job or just something else about you. And they may perceive that you do better, even if you perceive they do better. Hello, D, from forever ago. I'm saying hello now. Go on, girl, flirt with him a little. He needs a clue that you're interested. Right? Moon, I'm gonna say, hopefully you did ask your question. D, my sole purpose with this person. Ooh, D. What's D's sole purpose with the person on her mind? I'm assuming D's a her. Who knows? D. Snyder's not a her, but... Ooh, what's the sole purpose with the person on D's mind? The spirits are good today. Oh, boy. Well, that's a strange combination of cards. Soul purpose. So, I mean, this looks dire, but I feel like your sole purpose is to complete something. Ten of Swords is completion. Final. It's final. Put a period on it and move on. So, like, your sole purpose is to finally complete something that has been ongoing through many lifetimes. The Temperance card talks about healing. I haven't read the Temperance as healing in a really long time. I used to almost always read it as healing. Definitely see it as healing in this. Oh, there's the beginning of something as well. Beginning of knowledge. Beginning of knowledge. Completion. Completion of something over many, many lifetimes, and probably of a lesson. And then the beginning of something. 3 of bones. Ooh, my knee locked up. We got the 3 of bones, which is the 3 of wands. Yep, those are both talking about moving forward. Finishing something. Like I said, put a period on it and move on. So don't, like, it doesn't end with put a period on it, right? Your sole purpose is to complete something and then move and begin something new. Ooh, something powerful, I think, right? And healing. Healing something, completing something, moving forward to something. Now, the moving forward thing, we've got the Emperor and the Queen of Wands. So the Emperor is like the boss, you know, your power, coming into your power. And the Queen of Wands is also power, and this is a witch card sometimes, right? Witches have power. So the moving on is really coming into your power, putting an end to this thing and healing so that you can come into your power. Thank you, spirits. I don't know if I've ever said that before. Thank you, spirits. You guys are just clear today. And you're welcome for the read. My battery is low, so hopefully I'm not gonna die. My battery, that is. Sherry says you're so accurate. Well, thank you, Sherry. I'm glad that that worked out to be so. I did close requests, but I'm probably gonna read any of them that are here now. Maybe trying to see if I can get caught up. I got Dee. I got Sherry. Spirit Tribe. Spirit Tribe, I know you're related to another person on my channel. Who is it that you're related to and how again? You're the aunt or they're the aunt? Ants? I don't know. I said ant, and I know what an ant is. Like, and all I can hear is ant, the animal ant. Oh, Spirit Tribe has a wrench. Jean was on lunch. I don't know if she's still here. Probably missed all of her because I was so far back in chat. Jean is so amazing. I love Jean. Jean and the Zodiac Boys. Okay, we got Jean. Jean wanted to know if I could read the dead. I answered that question. Let's see. Sunshine. I didn't see Sunshine's question. Spirit Tribe said, thank you, Yuvi. Help me get myself straight. Decision made. Need to quit veering out of my lane. Yep. Pick your lane and just barrel on down it. Oh, hey, Merciful Mermaid Tarot. Hi. Some relationships are a lesson in letting go of people. It's tough. That's true. Popcorn, Crunch and Munch. I read your comment and didn't realize that was you. Tips and donations, appreciated. Jean has posted the link to my PayPal. Oh, I am caught up. Oh my gosh. Right. Dee said thank you. You're welcome, Dee. Mwah. You're welcome. Okay. We're gonna keep the list closed because my phone's dying if I missed anyone, and I know I have Jean. So I'm gonna read for Jean. If there's anyone that I missed, it's already posted a question. Feel free to let me know that I missed you, and I will try to get you before my phone dies. Otherwise, we'll do Jean, and then we'll say adios. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you know, if you want to come back later and rewatch, and Jean sometimes will post the timestamps because she's so amazing. I literally never asked for anything. She just came in and just like became the best moderator a person could ask for. I love you, Jean. All right. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Let's see if we can tap into Jean's friend who passed in April. Oops. Jean's friend who passed in April. Ace of Pentacles.
Yes, sort of. Got it.
Well, I feel like when I turned over the Temperance card, I did feel like he was with the angels. And also, you see the Ace of Pentacles is up there in the heavens, above the clouds. So I do think he's in a good place. You know, there are beliefs that we all know about that say, you know, you can't get into the good place if you take your own life. But I do not believe that. Also, is the Temperance an Aquarius card? The Magician. He won't answer my questions. I keep getting the High Priestess and the Moon. Oh yeah, those are like, not talking. They showed up when I was shuffling my playing cards. The Magician. Since we're talking about people who have passed, of course we got to use our Supernatural deck. Ooh. Okay, I don't know if it's buffered because it was telling me again that my battery's super low. Oh, Temperance is Sagittarius. Oh, Aquarius is, I guess because it has that water bearer kind of look. Whoops. The star is Aquarius, isn't it? Do you have a specific question you want to ask him, and do you feel like he's showing up in these cards? Tried to accuse you of being the reason he was quiet and not talking to us. Oh, but he had already passed. Oh, man. Huh. Was he a friend, like a longtime friend, like a childhood friend? I had a friend of mine, a boy that I was friends with as a, child, was shot in the stomach, and there were 2 people holding the gun, so it's questionable whether the person was trying to take the gun away from him or, you know, Nobody really knows for sure what happened. Right. And then I have another person I went to high school with who took his own life, and no one really knows why either. The tower.
Oh, it was so
Why? You want to know why? I think they were just overwhelmed emotionally and felt like there was like no way out for them. I mean, this is with all these cups, not even looking at it in terms of the 3 and the 6 of cups. Like I am, but I'm also not. With all these cups and then the tower, I feel like they were emotionally overwhelmed. And I also feel like it might have been impulsive. Like I don't know why. I just feel like it wasn't really thought out for a long time. But like that it was impulsive. You got the 6 reversed. He left a message in April that he cared about me and loved me. I thought he was going to unalive himself. But he just bought a new puppy and he posted on social media a couple of days later and he seemed fine. He probably, maybe he was thinking about it and then he kind of, thought the puppy would help him have a reason to live. I feel like it was impulsive, but it was also like they wanted to take control. Like they were in so much pain emotionally that he wanted to like he felt that he could solve it. Oh, let me see if there's a crystal card. Hey, Morgan the Void, how you doing? We're reading for Jean, whose friend passed away. Took his own life in April, I think it was. Yeah, I've had this Supernatural Tarot deck, but I haven't used it much. So I thought, you know what? Everything I do that's has to do with supernatural gets so much. Like my highest watched video on here is a supernatural video. And it's Destiel. I'm on yeah, I keep reading, but my battery's gonna die. It's by Inside Editions. What was I on my Instagram? I posted a Destiel meme and it hit over 1,000 views or over 1,000 likes. Like I was like, I got 200 likes on it, and I was like, whoa, 200, that's a lot. Like I don't have anything close to that on anything else, and it's now at 1,000. So I was like, yeah, let's bring out the supernatural. Find your way home. Wow, Jean. Oh, I love my automated messages from Misha Collins. I would never turn it off. I heard that he occasionally responds, so I'm always trying, but it never works. I was hoping someday he'll surprise me. But mostly I'm just like, I love you guys so much. Just keep it up. Keep up the good work. Wow. We got Sharpen Shadows and Find Your Way Home, Jean. Tony Hawk. He's the only one. And then I used to have, there used to be a number you could call and you'd get a voicemail that was Dean saying this is Dean's other phone. But I think that got disconnected. Oh, that was so fun. Sharp in shadows. Let's be clear. Obsidian is not a gentle friend. Precise, yes. Masterful, always. Quicker than a cheetah taking down a gazelle, absolutely. But gentle? That is not Obsidian's domain. An uncompromising mirror and a surgical, sharp blade. They didn't take their life with something sharp, did they? I mean, maybe they did. It goes on the nose. Obsidian helps you see your shadows and excise them. No long drawn-out therapy sessions or weeks of facility. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like just like this, or just like I said, they just decided they didn't want therapy. They didn't want to take, they just decided it's like now or never. And this says, when it's time to let go, there's no mercy in taking it slow. And that in and of itself is sometimes a relief. When you need that kind of honesty that lets you see your shadows clearly, blah, 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 call an Obsidian. Yeah, so I feel, again, like they just... that, like, it was impulsive, but it was... They just felt like... They just didn't want to go through it anymore, you know? Is any of this resonating, Jean? Find your way home. Oh, Morg, that's great. I never heard about that. There's so many interesting little phone numbers. Looking for the turquoise. Oh, it's the last one. This says you can always find your way home. And turquoise should know she has traveled by caravan across the Silk Road. This deck is the Crystallary deck. And it's Real. Okay, hold on. I'll show you the thing in a minute if I can find it, but I want to read this for Jean. She's traveled by caravan across the Silk Road and escorted royalty on the byways between life and death. Turquoise is a wayfinder and companion for when the path is unknown or feels treacherous, whether in real time or in the shadowlands of journeys and dreams. She offers protection to the parts of your psyche that are lost, scared, or hidden away. There is attention to being human, to having a yin and yang aspect, which occasionally conflict, leaving you simultaneously wanting to stretch your wings and never leave the nest. Turquoise gets it. Go and grow, she whispers. I will help you find your way home. Yeah, I feel like that was what they wanted. They wanted to go to home. And also, I feel like maybe they felt very much like they didn't fit in the world. Not like just like not fitting in, like being odd, but like they just didn't feel like they belonged in the like material world. Does that make sense? Like they maybe felt like their body was a trap, or being contained physically was part of what was overwhelming to them. Gina, you still here? Hi, Rising Storm Tarot. We do free readings and we also accept donations. However, we're closed for reading right now because my phone is gonna die. Everything's gonna die. Gene, do you have any thoughts that you want to share on, maybe you just don't want to share them, but I am about to go plug this in so I can just talk to you guys a little bit without worrying that my battery's going to die. I need something visual. This is our little fort we made. He was very secretive. I just feel like he felt very overwhelmed by the task of being human, if that makes sense. And he felt like there would be better things beyond. Did he believe in the afterlife, spiritual things? I don't know why, but my iPad charges much faster than my phone does. He was religious, okay. Sorry about that, Rising Storm. If you hit the subscribe and the bell, then you'll get a notification next time I go live. I usually do lives with free readings. So sometimes I do some other lives, just chatty lives. But people like the readings, so I do those. What was I saying? He's very secretive. He's very religious. So did you feel like he gave you any answers in that reading? Oh, more. This is called the Crystallary deck. And there's also a bestiary deck. And there was... He was lonely. I kind of feel like he just felt like lonely, but, and also like, just like he didn't belong here, you know? In herbiary. So there's 3 decks that go together. Oh, yeah. Some people are like that. I saw a video once that was like, this is what depression looks like. And they showed, like, sort of, you know, this person that you could tell was very, oh my goodness, yeah. Ooh. That makes sense. You could tell, like, was depressed, and then they also showed, like, it wasn't the person that looked depressed that unalived themselves. It was the person who actually came in and was cheerful and cheered everybody up and was like, asked everybody how they were doing, and like, it was just like a total head thing, you know. This is what depression looks like, you know, and the whole time you're focused on this person that with the obvious, you know, symptoms, and then the person with, you know, that came in and was, you know, seemed perfectly fine, didn't show up to work, and you're just like, whoa. That was just very, you know, it was unexpected, but that happens sometimes. And bipolar is, yeah, that's tough. He didn't tell anyone he was bipolar. Was he medicated for that? I feel like that really fits with the scissors, the card with the scissors. Because of the 2 blades, you know, the bipolar and the 2 blades. A couple of years ago, last year or the year before, we actually had like a series of like 2 or 3 people that in this town that took their lives. One of them was a tattoo artist that we had seen recently. My friend and I went in. She got a tattoo. The person like next to him, and somebody else we knew was well, a family member of my friend was in the middle of getting a like had started a tattoo, but didn't get it finished. And then there was like 2 other people, like right in the same time frame. It was kind of weird. He tried not to talk about it. Yeah. Some people feel like either, they feel like no one will understand or no one wants to hear it or no one, like they don't want to bring other people down. I remember one time my brother was going through a lot of stuff and he was saying, I don't want to like bring you down and I don't want to talk about this because it's depressing and, I don't want to depress you. And I was going through my own crap and I was like, just tell me because you need someone to listen and I need to think about something besides my own crap, But I really had to pull it out of him. He just wasn't the type, he just was the type of person to not want to, yeah. It's so sad, Gene. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry for your loss. It's sad and it's hard. Did you say it was you just found out, but it was after he had already been gone for a while. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. My kids, one of the fathers of 2 of my children, who I have known since high school, passed away like a year and a half ago. He had a stroke in his car, and it was just like he had lots of health problems, but it was very unexpected, and that's how I felt. Like, honestly, I cried for a year straight. I mean, not straight, but like, yeah, it was hard, so I understand. I'm gonna send a little healing energy to you. I'm just gonna just have like a quiet minute before I sign off. I don't know if you felt that, but I did try to send you some good energy, and I hope that the angels will wrap their wings around you, comfort you. Thank you for your time. Well, I'm gonna sign off. I think most everybody's out, so unless you have anything else you want to add, Jean. It's so hard. Yeah, I know. Those secrets were probably part of it too. You're so amazing, Jean. You're so amazing. Jean's heart's breaking, and she just makes sure to say thank you, everyone, and just to still be an amazing moderator. Yes, everyone, have a wonderful night. Jean, hugs to you and love to you, and you can, it's hard, but if you need help, get help, and it's hard. That's all I can say. But you can get through it, and it sucks a lot, and I understand that. All right, until next time, everyone, be well. I can't, my hands are, let's try this again.